Good. So let's do it again. Hi, my name is CHUN WAI. I'll do it very quick. I'm with Houston Ballet. Thank you for joining in here with Athena Dance Academy. I think somebody's audio is on a little bit distracting. And um, I want to talk about a little bit the differences between classical ballet and contemporary. Throughout the year that I joined, actually, I feel more comfortable speaking English. Throughout the year, um, I'm doing ballet. I have different aspects and thoughts about these two dances, this kind of dance. And okay, let's start with my how I started ballet. At age 11 years old, my first teacher told me to okay, if you wanna go outside the country and when you try to do it easy, you can try ballet. It's very hard, but once you get it and once you dominate all the skill, you're able to find a job easily in another country. And then I was very lucky, got in when I was 11 years old. And guess what? That year, it was SARS. So my school, Guangzhou Art School, was postponed all the students coming in. So I was one of those students. So I was able to stay with my family one more year. And they were happy because they never wanted to let me go because I'm only son in the family. I'm the youngest, so they were very caring about me and doesn't want me. They didn't want me to go to a boarding school study ballet because they thought it's hard to get a job there. And then finally in 2004, and I joined the school, and it was 12 guys in my class, and I was so happy. Like finally, I don't have to dance with only one or two guys in the class, and so that was very overwhelmed. And although I cried a little bit, like you don't have to tell anybody, missing by had homesick, but I adjust very quickly, and I start to focus on ballet when I was 12. So that was officially age I started, and the whole thing, it was so new for me. Although I was learning dance once or twice a week, but going to the Guangzhou Dance Academy, Guangzhou Art School, it was overwhelmed. We start to train every day, like we don't have weekend. Um, it was it was hard on our body. Every morning I woke up like walking to the bathroom, like limping. It's sore. If, and that was since then that was normal for me. If any day I woke up like able to walk normally, that's a day that I know I was wasting my time the day before. Like I need to be sore to able to be a better dancer. Because and then during the weekend, like okay, during the weekend it's not a weekend. We still need to go to the classroom to practice our flexibility, all the turnouts, and do a class and learn the combination. And once we finish that, we go to watch the TV. It's not the TV show uh, like no cartoon for us. We were watching dance competition, 桃李杯, or like all kind of international competition. And it's like kind of a dance brainwash the whole process the first year when I was there. I set a goal to myself. I was like, wow, everyone danced so well. I'm sure it's like for them it's nerve-wracking, but it's worth it. So I set a goal, like I need to go to competition and at least win a prize. So when I was 12 years old, I already have a goal. So every time during the summer program or during the summer break, that's another break for me. We got homework from our teacher, like you need to come after the summer break, you need to have a full split on the floor and go back and have your head touch your leg. I was like, okay, is that possible? But I know how my teacher was. So if I don't do it by myself, he will do it for me with his leg. Like I'm gonna do it anyway, but it's just if I do it by myself, I can do it day by day, 30 days, I will get it. But if I trying to, be smart and not hurting myself, And actually that actually gonna be heard when I go back, start with my new semester. And so luckily, like every day working hard, because I know ballet is no joke. If you like ballet, because you like ballet and you would sacrifice every single day and break and parties you have, like that's how you become a better dancer. And I, like now 27 years old me, I would think I'm very thankful everything that I did to myself in that age. So yeah, if you are listening, you like ballet, you need to sacrifice something for it. Like um like of course you have event or like break, not now, like now it's social distance, perfect timing for you to practice yourself at home. But if you're going to like visit your family, like literally I was playing with my friend and in the middle of it I will be like, sorry, do you have another room that I can practice myself? Like I took myself out and dance because I need to finish my homework for myself, like not for my teacher, like I need to do it for myself. Okay, and that's the ballet for me when I was 12 to 18. It's very restricted. I did not have any idea of what is contemporary. We only the school start to insert some knowledge of contemporary when I was like 16. Um, so so it was very new for me. I was awkward and I did not want to dance. Thing is, I want to do this competition and it's required contemporary, so I dance contemporary until I come join to Houston Ballet. Wow, mind blowing. I love contemporary. Contemporary is a dance that it's it's not like classical. Contemporary is from today, from modern, from contemporary, because this is something that the audience will enjoy, and anything that it's in your mind that you want to move, that's contemporary. And so like Claudio is one of the teacher in our school. He slapped me like a few times, like not crazy abuse, but he really wake me up of how to dance contemporary. It's not naturally come from your body. You have to think about it and relax. Like you need to wake yourself up and relax. Not because I've been training for years the ballet, so I whenever I dance, it's like this is my contemporary, and it's not good enough to be a professional dancer, especially nowadays. The all the company in the world, you cannot only dance classical. You should be able to dance contemporary also. That's how you become a principal dancer or like a good dancer that can go anywhere you want. And yeah, of course, for me, partnering and acting is also some skill that I did not learn so much in Guangzhou until I come to Houston. Time flies. Wow, it's like 15 minutes is gone. And also, okay, one of my favorite company for classical ballet, it's Royal Ballet, um, Malinsky Ballet, and ABT. And I think I'm not sure the another company, but ABT, I know all the dancers, they are furlough, right? Is that called furlough? Like they of course they have their job, but they're not getting paid. And it sucks for those dancers who live in New York. They have to pay the rent in New York, but without salary. So and Houston Ballet today we just so cheap. Today we just announced that the rest of the season is canceled, and we are trying very hard with trying to keep our community together, to provide the art form to the community in this time. And my favorite contemporary ballet is NDT, Netherlands Dance Theater. It's located in Netherlands, of course, Holland. They are so unique. All the dancers, they can dance a full-length classical ballet, and then they chose to become a contemporary dancer there. And I have visited them a few years ago, their program is so unique that, and I've never seen something like that. They use their pop music with classical music and pianist, and two guy could dance for 30 minutes for one piece non-stop, and they're dripping in their jeans. It's funny enough that like whatever I mentioned is it's so hard to put them all together, but that's contemporary. Contemporary is something that you want everything that's new, that it's unique, and you put them together, and there it's acceptable. Like anything that you want, same like with all the movement, is same concept. If you do it, any part of your body could make a piece of it. And for the classical, it would be very different story. Like if I yell at some student, because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's why it's classic. So you want to practice a ballet that it's classical. You don't want to practice contemporary ballet when you dance ballet. Like you cannot tell yourself like, well, I do it this way more comfortable with ballet. I'm sorry, you cannot do that. That's it's very restrict. So that's why when people see you from the audience, they can enjoy the pureness. There's a nothing from CHUN WAI until I made the ballet itself perfectly. And that's the CHUN WAI, you know. Like I cannot just dance the way that I wanted in the beginning. If I do that, I will not sit there and talking to you. So, you know, I hope you use this 30 days or like maybe 2 months to really think about what is ballet and contemporary. You can literally practice both, each kind of dance for an hour or 30 minutes, but that's on you. And you are able to give energy and effort. You are able to give effort to show yourself that whatever you put in, you get the result. Okay, and I think I talk enough. If you have any question, you can type down there and I will reply you. Just like how I replied that question. Can you speak English? And I did. Here we go. I don't wanna, yeah. How many people are here? Hello, everyone.
Me too.
Okay, hello, 22 of you.
Hello.
Good number. I missed that age.
Hello, Chen Wei.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw your. I just moved to an area. I saw your two production for your ballet in Houston performance. You know, your all the movements amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Really enjoy it. It's just amazing. It's a hard work.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, each movement I do on stage, I really trying to do it. This is my last show, which I appreciate what you're saying. And also like the last performance I did, it was Sleeping Beauty. I really enjoyed every single step that I. Okay, for me, now you can hear me, right?
Now I can. Yeah.
Okay,
Now
okay. So yeah, somebody just mute me. I had no regrets of everything that I've done for my last show in Sleeping Beauty. I was so grateful and I enjoyed it so much. And you know, this crisis happened, and I'm okay with not dancing for 2 months or 3 months, because there's a people's life. It depends on us, and we have to stay home. And I'm okay with that because I'm used to not dancing for 2 to 3 months with my traveling schedule, going back to China and guesting with another company. So hopefully I won't be too out of shape when I come back to the stage. Okay, so what kind of training do we need to learn contemporary ballet? Are there any specific technical requirement for contemporary ballet? So contemporary ballet is contemporary plus classical ballet. So there's one kind of contemporary ballet. There's there's a few kinds of ballet style you can learn, and I was learning the Russian style. And contemporary ballet is just you are learning the pure contemporary, and then they put them together. And each choreographer have different style. So with that, you could learn from different teacher. But make sure each teacher you got to really know what they are saying and practice over and over again. Are there any element in contemporary ballet? And well, there's a lot of element, and every choreographer they have different styles. So and including you, once you dominate all the skill from the teacher, you can create your own. That's part of the fun in contemporary, because when you're in a contemporary class, you're not only learning, you have to create some step along the way. What's the benefit of ballet for your kids? Well, the ballet is very restricted, as I said, and that could really teach you how to self-discipline. There's a nothing can force you until you want to do it yourself. And ballet, it's something that's very addictive. Once you learn it, you get the happiness, you get the result from it, you will want more. And one of the reasons you will always want more, because you can never be perfect. Like, I have never done a perfect show because it's so hard, and that could change your mindset of nothing it's gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna show up and do it every day. And if you can do ballet, imagine for little kids, what else can they not do in the future? Like, if one day I cannot dance, with the mindset and the training I have, I can do anything I have, because I have been practicing. And before the show, I have a dress rehearsal. So before, if I am businessman right now, going to a conference, and I will not only rehearse, and I will do a stage rehearsal for myself, and then now I show up to you guys. So yeah, that's the benefit of it. Okay, what makes you stand out among other male dancers in HB? I think not how fat. So the first few years when I was in the company, I promoted very slowly. I was in the quarter ballet 3 years, and then I get to they start to promote me each half year, and that's because I switched my mind. Like, no matter how hard you work, don't get injured, because once you get injured, you're gonna pull back for years the stuff that you have been working on. So don't get injured, and then work smart with every step that you're doing. So live in present, that each step you're doing. So if you are that's what my parents always tell me. If you're dancing, don't think about everything else, like, what am I cooking? Oh, my kids still outside. Like, when you're dancing, dance, and this is the time for you, and you are able to enjoy it. And that, I think that's because for me, it was hard to focus on one thing. But once I focus on the ballet, and I start to get promoted very fast. And I hope that answers your question. Do you teach adult ballet class in the long term? Do you teach adult ballet class in the long term? I have taught a few quick not often enough that I have done. What step or class would you recommend for adult who doesn't have any experience ballet? Well, sitting or laying down, doing the step that, just flex and point, flex and point. I think Athena Dance Academy, they're already teaching it, so you can learn from them. Or like turn out and then laying down and lift up your leg and stuff. And this is stuff that have no experience and you can do it without hurting yourself. The one thing I'm telling you, if you want to stand out from amount of the dancer or amount of people, don't get hurt and you will be fine and keep dancing. What's the difference between ballet and other type of dance? How do we help kids to choose their first dance class? Ballet, well, you can always start with some other kind of dance, but if your kids would love to join, ballet is hard, but a teacher that would help them to know what is ballet, why it's so fun, why it's so beautiful, and how can they dance as beautiful as the dancer on stage. I think that's the class that you should go for. A little less serious than other question, but have you, I thought you were gonna ask any, okay, no personal question, okay? But have you ever had to wear point shoes for a show? I haven't, because but some of our guys in our company, they had to wear point shoes for Cinderella's stepsister, because the stepsister has to be big and ugly. From our company or like from any dance company, it's very hard to choose a fat, ugly dancers from the girl. So we are using the guy, and that's how they start to use point shoes. I don't know how can I do it. I was doing the lead role, fortunately. What age is good to start point? Good question. My roommate, she's a Japanese. She started point when she was 6. So that's as early as you can go without hurting yourself. And you won't be, because it's kids. Just kidding, be careful. Okay. What age is good to start point? What's your future plan? I just answered that question. My future plan is get through this coronavirus crisis. Do you do any other ballet and contemporary? Do you do anything other than ballet and contemporary? You mean things or kind of dance? I do jazz a little bit. I love hip hop a little bit, but I don't look as good as those people who can dance well. And also, I do TikTok, I do Instagram, I do all kind of social media. That's my thing, that's my game. Do you get nervous before you get onto stage? Sometimes. I try not to, because there's no point to get nervous. And I know if I want to be good, if I want to dance the way that I want, I can't be. That's something that is very interesting to say. Like, we are able to control our emotion, like, believe it or not, you choose it to be nervous or not. And I choose to be not, because I want to dance like how I practice in the stage without being nervous, because it's stage. You are facing to the audience, and with the lights and different floor, you will already have a lot of trouble to getting through a piece without making mistake, because it's on stage. So I have to tell myself not to get nervous. Hello, that's Amazon Prime delivery car. What do you suggest to train grow up inflexible beginner to improve flexibility? So consistency is the word that I will use for improve your flexibility. It's not that one day you stretch and then you torn your hamstring, and next year and then you rest for a month. No, you try and take it easy, step by step, but every day, every morning or every night, find a time to stretch consistently. Every day you can go down a little bit, 30 days, you can go down that much. So consistency is something that I would suggest you to do. Because do you remember that I was saying that I got a homework that my head has to touch my butt? I cannot do it now, but that time I was like, I do have a feeling. I experienced it. Every day I practice, every day I can go back to this much. One day, if I don't practice, I will went backwards. Like I get unflexible that much. So it's not worth it. So I prefer to practice every day. 请问陈老师如何计划男孩子的芭蕾培养？或者能不能分享一下你小时候的训练过程？我再给我家小男孩做个长期规划。小时候的训练课程是不要给他计划，因为什么呢？首先肯定you want to how to say you want to support your kids, find a good school, find a good teacher, and support them in many ways. But you don't want to force them. One of the things that I really appreciate my dad and my mom did, it was like they gave me the freedom of choose what I do. And one weekend I was like, Dad, I don't want to go to dance school. It's like I prefer to play ping pong with my cousin. He's like, okay, it's your choice. And I was like, wow, it's my choice. So I don't have to go. And that day, that ping pong, after I play it, and I made myself to go to the dance school every weekend, like because it's my choice. And I really enjoy the freedom that I have. So you can give the freedom that your kids to choose. Do you teach cyber class these days? What is cyber or cyber? I'm not sure. Next, is it ever too late to start contemporary? No, it's never too late. Thank you. Oh well, this is all good question, and I think I get a lot of I hope you learn a lot of things from here, and I really appreciate you joining me today. I very appreciate your support, and please stay safe, and I will see you when this is past, and we will become stronger, and we will become skinnier, we will become more flexible. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Love you. Bye bye.